Have you ever opened a bottle of wine, poured a glass, had a sniff, had a taste and thought, "Bleh, that tastes like a soggy old dishcloth"? Well, congratulations, the wine's a dud. That's called cork taint and it's here to ruin your vino. Welcome to Stein on Wine, where I explore the amazing, wonderful world of wine, but without the waffle. So if you open a restaurant wine list and you panic and you feel flummoxed by what's on the sheet, then you've come to the right place. And today we're going to talk about what wine lovers fear more than a warm bottle of Black Tower at a barbecue, and that is a corked wine. Can we change the angle here? So first things first, a corked wine absolutely isn't this, which is bits of cork floating around in your vino. That's not cork taint. Unfortunately, that's user error with a corkscrew. And your reward is sticking your fingers in and fishing out bits of sawdust. Cork taint is something very different and far more tragic. Now for the wine geeky boring bit. It's caused by a chemical compound called 2,4,6-trichloroanisole, which sounds like something that you'd find in a bottle of Sillet Bang underneath your sink, not in your delicious glass of Chardonnay. So again, more boring wine geeky bits. So TCA happens when natural cork interacts with a specific mould and trace amounts of chlorine. And no, I didn't make that up. Yes, it's as boring and technical as it sounds, but the result is a wine that smells like an old rag that's been left under the sink since last summer. So shameless plug for my video last week, where I went into Mum's cellar and I pulled out old bottles of Burgundy to see if they were good or if they were rank. And one of them, Puligny Burgundy wine, 2002, was very clearly corked. It was ruined. How can we pick up cork taint? Most people notice the smell first, with aromas that aren't too dissimilar from old dishcloth, mouldy cardboard, wet old dog, which is lovely, old dishcloth, and then like a really, really old rugby boot, like stinking. And then what about the taste? So the taste, I would say, is flat, is lifeless. There's no joy, there's no energy. And what we call the fruit feels like someone's got cling film and wrapped it up, so you're not getting any of that fruit. It's no fun. The fun has gone. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's left the party. Charlie's still there. Charlie, it's time to go. It's no fun. So 2 to 5% of wines that are sealed under natural cork experience TCA. And for us, for consumers, tasters out there, some are super sensitive to it, so they'll smell it and they'll immediately get that like old cardboard smell, like, that's disgusting. And others won't be as sensitive, but they'll taste it and the wine will just be underwhelming. And this is where it's quite hard as an average consumer to be able to pick it up, because you're not getting that really strong smell. It's just the wine is a bit underwhelming. So if you feel like the fruit is completely dissipated and you're just tasting a lifeless wine, it could be corked. Check with the sommelier, get him to taste it and get his opinion on it. And here is the key thing. Cork taint is a fault. It's not meant to be there. So it's not just something in wine that might be challenging or funky or rustic. It means the wine is fucked. It's not meant to be there. It's not your fault. It's not the fault of the winemaker. But cork is a natural, brilliantly sustainable thing. But sometimes it just betrays us. Some questions. Can you get sick from cork taint? Only if you paid £8 for the bottle. That will ruin your evening. It won't make you sick. Some people say that you can save a corked wine by airing it out, perhaps in one of these, a decanter. No. I like their optimism. We need optimistic people in the world. But once cork taint is in the wine, unfortunately, it's gone. Does a screw cap mean it's safe? Yes, it's extremely rare to get TCA with a screw cap, but you can get other faults, and I won't get into that in this video. Also, I won't get into closures because it's incredibly sad how much wine geeks talk about closures and different types of cork and synthetic cork and everything, blah, blah, blah. So now you know cork taint equals TCA equals rank wine. Not your fault, not the winemaker's fault, just one of those annoying things that happens when you use natural cork. Thanks for watching. I'm Charlie Stein. This is Stein on Wine. And if you have accidentally finished a bottle of wine thinking it was rustic, but it was probably corked, don't worry, you're not alone.